Well, I will first like to thank the three moderators for the wonderful job they made, and of course the rapporteurs. Thanks, because you gave the message and you could feel the messages that we wanted to give. Now it's time for the conclusions. I am delighted to ask Mr. Patrick Torrent, holding the Presidency of NECSTouR and from the Catalan Government Tourist Department, to pronounce his closing speech. Please.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Ulf. Thank you, team. Thank you, Olivier. Thank you, everyone. I would like to thank you, to all of you, for your interest and participation to this workshop. For both you here in the room and many people that are following us through our website, our streaming transmission out of this room. This workshop, Tourism and Collaborative Economy, Opportunities for Growth and Jobs in Europe, in Catalonia. Indeed, it's important for us to gather involvement and forces to be able to create a framework to face this phenomenon which has so much to offer. On the other hand, I would like to thank all the panelists coming from various countries of Europe for their interventions, which provided us with a clear and deep vision of this new challenge and made us understand the necessity of implementing a long-term strategy. As the Executive Director of the Catalan Tourist Board and holding the Presidency of NECSTouR since October 2015, I would like to remind that NECSTouR is the network of European regions for competitive and sustainable tourism, founded in 2009 by Catalonia, Tuscany, and Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. It brings together 32 regions, as well as 32 tourism-related academic organizations and representatives of sustainable and responsible tourism business associations and networks. Our first objective as NECSTouR is to develop a competitive and sustainable tourism model. Sustainable tourism can contribute to social cohesion, job creation, to small companies and startups to get the same chances as big companies. Embracing sharing economy is therefore the key to reach these objectives. A working group for digital platforms, especially aimed to identify, analyze, and propose a balanced approach of the sharing economy for the tourism industry through legislation has thus been created. It is important to add that 5 other working groups have been created in parallel, focused on other points of our strategy for the next 3 years. Considering the fact that NECSTouR is an entity composed by European regions from several geographical areas and with different backgrounds, it's natural for NECSTouR to develop a dialogue strategy among them. Consequently, it wants to be the driving force of putting the discussion further. This workshop today is a concrete illustration of the actualization of our strategy, as we initiated on our latest General Assembly the need to launch a dialogue in this matter. We, all of us, need destinations desirable to visit. We need a regulatory framework that is pro-business and pro-innovation. What do we want tourism to look like in 20 years' time? Within the sustainable tourism, it's impossible not to include collaborative economy, which is gaining more and more importance through the European continent and also worldwide. In fact, in 2025, collaborative economy is expected to become the cornerstone of tourism. As Ms. Monteiro de Aguiar from the European Parliament said earlier, the future is digital, and we need to face it. The aim of the workshop was to approach the opportunities that the collaborative economy offers to the European destinations while addressing its benefits and overcoming its risks, and to offer a participative dialogue between the different actors, public, private, citizens, and different governmental levels from local to international. Particular importance was given to the tourism sector, which is one of the sectors that use collaborative economy the most. Seeing the various presentations and interventions today, we can stress that sharing economy involves many new opportunities, but also many controversies. Whether the protagonists call it sharing or collaborative economy, the main idea is that digital platforms are the epicenter of collaborative economy and the starting point of new business models. Thus, this is the most relevant innovation, which makes that local authorities have to set up a legal framework in order to raise this new business model as an opportunity of jobs creation and alternative to the crisis. In fact, a sort of collaborative economy coexists with tourism since many years already. People had always offered and exchanged services and facilities. We can speak of a new phenomenon since these exchanges are happening today in a digital way. Through the interventions today, several ideas have been emphasized, and it's important for the local authorities and other stakeholders to have those concepts in mind. First of all, collaborative economy allows normal citizens to provide services to the tourists. Moreover, tourists radically change the face of a city when they start using collaborative economy. However, we have to keep in mind that tourism is a considerable job generator in Europe. In fact, it's a sector with huge potential. Therefore, the rise of collaborative economy has to be a way for us to gather and to see this phenomenon as an opportunity to create jobs and push new ways of doing business, such as entrepreneurship and startups. The more transparent we are, the more we will be able to see the benefits of collaborative economy. The more proactive we are, the more we will contribute to welfare of our states. The main idea is to gather and to work together, to set up a correlation between the various entities involved. To finish, trust should be a key word among the entities involved. Besides, it's impossible to make a single discourse for the whole European Union. The background situation in every country or region is different, and the measures are very different as well. We are all sovereign states, and our political, social, or administrative organization varies from one country to another. However, the European Commission could intervene by starting general principles and providing recommendations. For the European Commission, peers and business providers is a key challenge. From the Committee of Regions as well, a forum and a platform open to all the European region has been set up. If the legal regulation is completely different from one country to another, the tax regulation is also very different for one area to another one. I want to highlight the fact that in Catalonia, an interdepartmental commission is now working on this, just like the Honorable Jordi Baiget, Minister of Enterprise and Knowledge of the Catalan government, explained it this morning. Moreover, the issue on the level of regulation is related also to the accommodation sector. A strict regulation is not what even the accommodation industry is asking. They want to provide services more easily as well. What's more, residents, visitors, and business should be the trio. For that, as our panelists stressed it before, we need more data to be able to understand this new business model and thus develop new tools to create an integrated framework for a successful and innovative business development for the whole industry sector. Now, taking into account the results of this workshop, we invite all the NECSTouR members, all the European regions, and all the different actors present today, representing public, private citizens and different governmental levels from local to international, involved to the collaborative economy to maximize its positive impacts through the continuation of the participative dialogue that we started today, and to agree and support this declaration and at the main points that is putting on evidence. We call the main actors of the collaborative economy to develop their platforms in a way that will take into consideration the impact that their activity has on the local territories and to cooperate with the local and regional legislators to achieve a proper territorial planning and managing and to maximize the positive impact that collaborative economy can have both on tourists and inhabitants. We welcome the inputs provided by the European Commission through the COM 2016-356, European Agenda for the Collaborative Economy, and we call the legislators to reflect on whether the impact that collaborative economy is having towards the economic and employment field is asking to rethink the current rules and not simply extend it to the new business models. We call all the parties to cooperate to ensure liability and responsibility, a proper sharing of data and statistics, the respect of the rating principle, trust, and individual data protection. We call all the parties for an overall approach to the collaborative economy oriented towards corporate social responsibility and sustainable tourism and inspired by the principles of fair competition, search of neutrality, and search of transparency. Some further aspects might be included as further outcomes of the main aspects that we treated during the discussion of today. Territorial impact, impact on employment and economy, and the digital platforms. That's the context of our declaration, the Barcelona Declaration, that will be in our website of NECSTouR at your disposal to be signed for your institutions and companies. NECSTouR will present these conclusions, this declaration of Barcelona, the conclusions of this workshop, to the meeting announced today by Mr. Carlo Corazza from the DG Grow of the European Commission for the next 14th January in Brussels. Let me to give a special thank you to the organizers of this event. A special thank you to Elena Lacasa, especially thanks to Cristina Núñez, thank you to Tommaso Comazzi, thank you to Gergo Cruxo, thank you to Kuka Kolch, thank you to Elsa Hafnagel. And obviously, a big thank you to the translators, thank you. You have made this workshop possible. And thank you, especially you, for your attention, both here and through our website. And again, it was a pleasure to welcome you here today. We are counting on you. Thank you very much.